Nothing like some early Saturday football between two of last season's playoff contenders. Welcome to the Simulation Football League here on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Ethan Muslin with my partner, Mr. Anthony Ellison, and today we've got a great matchup tonight between the Fort Worth Toros and the Baltimore Vultures. Anthony, good to have you here today. It's rare to see Baltimore with a loss on the board, particularly early in the season. But we got a good matchup ahead of us. Eric Price under center here for Fort Worth, coming out from Pittsburgh. How do we see this matchup going down between these two squads?
Like you said, Ethan, Baltimore with a rare loss early in the season, a tough loss against Lexington, and Fort Worth coming off in a dominating fashion against Los Angeles. We're looking to see Baltimore get more of the running game involved to try to make this a balanced attack right here. Fort Worth is trying to continue what they did last week to go 2-0 in this season.
Absolutely, and that's going to be another thing you're going to want to watch. A new running back for Fort Worth, the former Corsair in Jet Zero, making the move here to Texas, and that will be an interesting encounter for them. Ball is on the tee here. Baltimore to get the ball to start things off, and here we go. Be taking it about the 2-yard line. Nice little return up the middle. Very profitable yardage on that return as Mac Chima will bring it out to the 36-yard line. Baltimore with a bit of a two-quarterback tandem this season. Jack Wigmore, of course, returning under center, but they also have a newcomer in Johnny Kim, who will be doing some duties from under center. Both of them did reasonably well last week in the loss against Lexington. Touchdown and 2 picks for Wigmore, while Johnny Kim had 5 for 7 on his passing attempts.
Yeah, you're going to definitely want to go with the hot hand early. You want to see who gets in rhythm first, and you definitely probably want to go with them throughout the game.
Daley Holder is going to go in motion on this first play from scrimmage. From the 3 receiver set, they'll hand it off to Warren Murray, who shakes one tackle at the line of scrimmage and runs it outside for a gain of 3.
And the key to this offense for Baltimore to get back on track here is establishing the run early, making Fort Worth be honest against the run, so then it will open up your passing attack.
Quick pass for Wigmore, and it's broken up. Incomplete. Dexter Jackson there on the stop. So that will put that ball to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And coming up here on 3rd down here, this is exactly what Fort Worth like. They're high in the rankings against 3rd down right here, trying to prevent one here to try to get the ball back and get a quick 3-and-out for Baltimore.
4 receiver set, 3 bunts to the right side for 3rd down. Wigmore rolls out to his left, has time in the pocket with a couple blocks. Penalty marker down here as the ball is incomplete. I think we might have some interference. Oh, it's going to be a face mask call, and that will be a 5-yard penalty for the incidental contact, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 after the penalty. So they'll do this again on 3rd down. And we talked about the 3rd down conversions, for their opponents. Fort Worth right now with 5 against 7. Where the Baltimore's defense, however, 3 for 9 on opposing 3rd down conversions. So that will be interesting when Baltimore gets the ball, gets on defense there. 3rd and 2, 1 receiver to the right. Wigmore will check it down to Murray, who will shake a tackle and get the 1st down. Just enough to move those sticks on the check down play, and that's really all they needed.
And Ethan, we want to keep an eye out today. 63, Porsche Henderson, rookie offensive tackle for Baltimore right here. 1st round pick, 21st overall, will be on that end on the right side. Let's see how she does well protecting the quarterback.
And you do see her on the right side. Wigmore will throw that direction and gets it over. What a catch to Daley Holder down to the 26-yard line of Fort Worth. A big pass there for the 1st.
And you just saw her right there in protection. You saw the quarterback sprint out to the right side right here, and she did a phenomenal job holding on the block right there, setting up the pass across the middle for a 1st down.
Yeah, Holder just got that grab just out of reach of the defender and managed to just move his way down the field, and now they are in prime position for a scoring opportunity. Setting the ball at the 27. 1st and 10, 3 receivers set. And they will hand it off. Murray running up the middle, gets right to the 20. And they'll put him just inside the red zone on a gain of 7.
And right there, after a couple of successful passing attempts, now they're ready to run the ball off the middle, right behind Don Johnson, Sir Charles, and Aiden Bleeker, your guards and your center. Nice run, nice push up the middle for a good run.
Right at the 20-yard line here on this opening drive. And a little bit of a handoff to T-Roy Gaines, the fullback. Unfortunately, it goes nowhere as the stop is made by number 41, Delaney Nash. That's a strong safety.
3rd and 3 right here. Last third down attempt, they was able to get a swing pass to get just enough for a first down. I'm expecting Fort Worth to keep an eye on that.
In the nickel package here for the Toros, they're going to send 6. Oh, hit as he threw. That was Johnny Kim doing some work there on the pass, but he throws it away, incomplete.
Yeah, that got to be careful right there. They send an extra pressure defender on the blind side of the quarterback. The offensive line has to read that and move over and slide over to protection. That could have been worse. That could have been a fumble.
So here comes the Hall of Famer Shark Tarkington to hit the field goal attempt. Right down the middle, up and through. That will put Baltimore on the board. Make it a 3-0 ball game. Fort Worth yet to get the football.
Yeah, and Shark continuing on with a good successful kicking from last season right here with another one. Get them on the board early. You definitely like to see points. Obviously, you want a touchdown on that drive, but any points is necessary and it's great to have.
It's always a good way to start the drive by getting any kind of points. Return here from Henry McGee on the kickoff. Not Henry McGee. That's Cade Stevens on the return. They'll bring the ball to the Fort Worth 27-yard line. So that'll bring out Eric Price, the former Pittsburgh Riverhog, who's now in his first season here in Fort Worth. Had himself a fairly decent day in the win. Went 8 for 13 for 117 and 2 touchdowns. He'll hand this ball off up the middle to J.Z. Bacon. And that will end up with a 4-yard gain.
You know, and Bacon did really good last season, 4-4 for right here. Now you have Jet Zero coming over from Queen City. That's a duel. That's a 2-headed monster that I'm really interested to see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they, if with Zero and Bacon, if they end up becoming a little bit more of a run team, and they're going to go with the run here. And there is Jet Zero, who gets another 5 yards on that play. Yeah, I think that's what we might be seeing. A little bit of a left-right tandem here with Jet Zero and J.C. Bacon.
And going forward, you're seeing teams now with the 2-headed monster right there, because if one gets tired, you got somebody who's fresh that can deliver more yardage for them.
Well, they tried to do that there with Bacon, and unfortunately, it's only going to be right back to the line of scrimmage as Alvin Mack is there on the tackle, and that will force Fort Worth to go out for punt on the 3-and-out.
And right there, Baltimore doing something they didn't really do last game right there, coming in there, stopping the run and forcing the team to punt early so they can get the ball back. Good job by the defense.
Amelia Rose is going to do the punting duties here as the kick is underway. Be fielded at the 29-yard line. And return there for Ivory Irvin will bring it up to the 35. Let's introduce that Baltimore Vulture offense as they make their way on the field. Quarterbacks are Johnny Kim and Jack Wigmore. You want to keep an eye on and see who's going to be under center on each play. Warren Murray, David Anderson, and T-Roy Gaines are in the backfield. Ivory Irvin, Daley Holder, Mac Chima, your wide receivers. Tight ends, Benji Matson, Jackson Roberts. On the line, the rookie Porsche Henson we talked about earlier. She's at right tackle. Left tackle, Olivia Bleeker. On guard is Sir Charles and Alden Bleeker. And at the center is Dawn Johnson. 1st and 10, just outside the 35-yard line with the eye. They're going to hand this off to Murray. And Murray will pick up another 4 yards on that play.
And we do have quite a bit of rookies to watch for in the game right here on 4-4 side. Free safety, Zion Waiters, 19 picks in the first round right here. Let's see how these rookies impact the ball on both of the offense and the defensive side.
Yeah, about a couple of rookies there on the Fort Worth side, and then of course we talked about the rookie Porsche Henson on offense here for Baltimore as the run goes to the left for David Anderson, the other running back for Baltimore in his 5th season. They'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
And for any team, this is the type of 3rd down situation you want. You want the short yardage because then you can open up your playbook. You can pass or run the ball right here. I suspect they're going to run the football. They've been doing a good job of early downs with it.
They do hand it off to T-Roy Gaines, who will get another 4 yards on the ground and brings up the 1st down for Baltimore.
And this is exactly a great start for Baltimore. Last week, they did run the ball over 100 yards. It was a shared thing between Gaines and Murray and Anderson. So we're seeing it already from the start.
3 receivers set here as it'll be a handoff to Murray. It's another little quick run to get another gain of 5. And I think we're seeing both of these teams establishing their running game.
Yeah, and like you said, Murray, 21 carries last week for 88 yards. You're probably going to see him carry the most right there. But T-Roy Gaines going to be your short yardage back here, but they got a couple of running backs they can do the ball pretty well.
Yeah, all the running backs here for both Baltimore and Fort Worth are very, very good. From the 47 of Fort Worth, it'll be a handoff to Gaines, so we'll get another 2 right to the 45-yard line. Delaney Nash on the stop. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 3.
And for Fort Worth, I want to see some pressure here. Send some pressure. Right now, Baltimore has converted on a couple 3rd downs already in the 1st quarter right here. You don't want them to keep them with the momentum. Send some pressure here. Make them force something.
Wigmore with the quick pass will get it out to Ivory Irvin, and it's a 1st down up to the 39-yard line. Nice little quick pass, moves the chains as Wigmore gets that throw.
It's a veteran throw right there. Send some pressure coming in front of his face. I love the route right here. Just a short little underneath route to get the 1st down.
Back to the 3 receivers set. 1st and 10 versus the nickel. They'll hand it off. Murray runs right through the gut and gets another 7 yards on the run. Yeah, this is going to be a battle between 2 very good running games.
Yeah, and they right there, Murray ran behind the 4-year veteran Alden Bleeker right there. Good job just following the blocks and getting to where you need to for the yardage.
1 receiver to the right. Here's they're going to hand it off to Gaines. And gets another 1st down. Moving those chains very methodically as they get it down to the 25-yard line.
Look, Ethan, you don't need to change anything. If you're running the ball effectively up the middle, you're recognizing that you can push that interior line of Fort Worth with no problem right here. They're going to have to put some more beef up front.
Wigmore to throw on 1st and 10. Scrambles a bit. He's going to run it himself. Down to the 20 and slides to the 18-yard line. Looks like they might give him 8 or so as Wigmore saw the pressure and got out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, and that's just sensing the pressure, the pocket collapsing right there. Getting yardage, positive yardage is always good. Doesn't matter what type it is.
Just outside the 16, and Gaines is trying to move the pile, and they'll give him about 1 on that play, as that was a tackle from Luther Gond, the defensive tackle. Now 3rd and 1 with 2 minutes left here to go in the 1st.
That time, good job by Luther Gond, and also I saw Jerry D. Gond in there with a good push on the interior line. They like to run this 4-3 defense right here, and good job getting a push up front.
Heavy set for 3rd down. They're going to hand it off to Murray. Runs outside, gets the 1st down, and wrapped up by Adam Leach. Just past the 15 to move the sticks, and they're once again in scoring position.
Yeah, and they're doing it just by running the football. It's not big gains here, but it's enough to keep on getting the 1st down right here. They're making Fort Worth push back right there. This is something that they don't like to be on their heels.
At the 13, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. It's 82, that's Terry Jones. Wigmore throws up the middle, one-handed grab for Mac Chima. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And that is what you call a complete drive. When you're getting 3, 4 3rd down conversions in one drive and you've been running the ball effectively, what's going to happen? The defense is going to look in the backfield. They're looking for that running back there. And what happened? The receiver just slipped right behind the defender for a beautiful strike over the middle for a touchdown.
Fantastic drive from Baltimore. 12 plays, 10 plays for 53 yards for a 13-yard touchdown pass. This will be the extra point for Tarkington. He puts it up and through. Now makes it 10-0. Baltimore here with 1:11 left to go in the first.
And you cannot ask for a better start for Baltimore. Already 10 points in this game. Last game alone, they only had 17 points. So you can tell they did a lot of studying and a lot of filming. And they came out very aggressive, which I promise you Fort Worth was not ready for.
Cade Stevens with a little bit of a juke up the middle and gets the ball up to the 30-yard line. A great return for Fort Worth as we will see them get back onto the field on offense. Let's introduce that Fort Worth Toro offense. Quarterback Eric Price, running backs Jet Zero and JZ Bacon. Fullback is Aaron Alexander. Wide receivers Henry McGee, Cade Stevens, and Stephen Hacker. Tight ends Robert Garrett Jr. and James Jennings. On the line, you'll see Duke LaRue and Emilio Panda on tackle, and Jalil LaRue and Frank Burks on guard. You see Garrett in motion over to the right side for 1st and 10. Price will look to throw. No, it's a draw up to the middle here for Bacon, and he'll get maybe a yard as Jeff Milanishin is on the tackle.
And the one thing, if you're a Fort Worth fan, you're not worried about, this team is very veteran heavy right here. You have people like Jet Zero, 11 seasons in the league. Cade Stevens, 11. Stephen Hacker, 13. They know how to bounce back from adversity early. They just need to start getting the ball moving.
They're going to try to hand it out to Jet Zero, and it's going to be a tackle for loss as Roy Towers came in on the stop and pushed them back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 coming up.
And Baltimore has came out with a lot of fire right here. Big 3rd down right here. You know they're going to pass the ball. Baltimore's going to put a little bit more in coverage. They're going to guard that 1st down marker.
Price will step back to throw. Up the middle. Throws it into the coverage, and it's completed over to Stephen Hacker to move those chains for a first.
The offensive rookie in season 12, 13-year veteran Stephen Hacker, they know what to do. They know that it's going to be more of a zone coverage in that back end. Get behind the linebacker and get in front of the safety. If you're going to throw that ball, that's how you break the cover 2.
And that could have been potentially disastrous if he collided with Henry McGee, but that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. A quick start here in Baltimore as the Vultures lead it 10-0. You're watching the SFL on VFN. Aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by DAGS DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. Let's look at Baltimore. That's where we'll be in a few months for the SFL convention. Can't wait to see how that pops out. That should be an exciting time. 25 seasons of the Simulation Football League coming up in July. Start of the second quarter here. Ethan Muslin, Anthony Ellison on the call here for you today as the run up the middle for Bacon will get another 5 yards. So we're seeing some first quarter stats here, and it's been a balanced attack for Fort Worth as Baltimore's really been leaning into the passing game a little bit.
A little bit more than Fort Worth expects. Right here, Fort Worth needs to have a good drive here. You want to put some type of points on the board.
At the very least, make it a one-score game as Jet Zero ran outside to get a couple more yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
So one of these first downs, they were very successful last game, completing the first down right here. Baltimore, I'm probably sending some pressure and make them unsettle.
On the draw for Bacon, will get them inside, a little deeper into enemy territory as they convert the first down. They're starting to move their way close to the scoring position.
And great job by that interior line with the blocking right there. You saw the tackle kick out the defensive end that led to that guard going to the second level, blocking the linebacker for a beautiful first down.
First 3rd down conversion for them on this quarter. And now 2 for 4 on the day. 1st and 10 from the 38 of Baltimore. Pass for Price. Oh, threw it into a bit of coverage, and it's incomplete. Milanishin was there with his hands up.
Yeah, and that's the danger when you have that cover two, when the linebackers are lurking in the middle, and if you don't see it, if you don't pay attention to it, that can easily been an interception. They got away with one here, but you got to be careful because that was triple coverage that you threw it into.
Yeah, that could have been potentially disastrous for Price. 3 receivers set, offset I. Price will throw, rolling a bit to his right, needs to get it away, does so, tried to check it down, but threw it into double coverage. It looks like Robert Brady was ready to pick it up and go for a thick pick.
And and Ethan, that's another dangerous type of pass. When you go one side of the field and throw across your body, it's only but danger is going to happen. And that could have been easily a thick pick six going back the other way.
3rd down and 10. Price with 4 receivers. Gets away from the pressure. Gonna start to heave it, and it's broken up, incomplete. McGee, the intended receiver, but Elijah Warfield was there with the hand on the ball. That will put it down, and looks like they will have Amelia Rose out to punt.
And look, Baltimore did a fantastic job that drive, creating pressure with only your front 4 and having the defense knock it down a few times. That can easily turn into interceptions right there. 4-4 got very fortunate.
Punt is away. They're going to try to cough and kick it here. It looks like it'll go out of bounds right at about the 15-yard line. So not a bad coffin kick. That will pin Baltimore inside of their red zone. Now come out here for their first drive of the second quarter. 4 receivers set here from the 15-yard line. Looks like a dime package here for the Toros. Wigmore, quick pass, throws it, completes it over to Ivory Irvin, and a quick pass gets about 16 yards for the first.
Yeah, and it's really great to see Ivory Irvin last game, 7 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. We were just waiting to see his number being called. That was a press cover 2. Threw it right after he beat the press of the corner and right in front of the safety. Good strike for a first down.
Great start so far for this drive. Baltimore has been very efficient in their past 2 drives, both of them leading to scores. Murray finds room in the second level and turns it into a 7-yard gain.
But we're seeing balance. So what they did on first down the last few drives was running the football. So what did they do? They throw the football for a first down. So now you're guessing if you're on the defense, went back to the run game, get a good 7-yard run on first down.
And that's kind of what you like to have from a 50-50 offense. You really want to keep that defense guessing. You have no idea what's coming next. It could be a couple passes, couple runs. It could be, one in after the other, but you never know. As T. Roy Gaines tried to push his way up the middle for the first down, but Delaney Nash there on the stop. It'll set up 3rd down and 1.
So a key to a 50-50 offense is you got to be successful on both 50-50 on the passing and running. But it don't have to be crazy yardage, just enough that's going to keep the defense honest. And that's what Baltimore is doing, keeping them honest on both sides.
Pitch to the left side for Murray. Gets just enough for the first down. Tried to managed to shake the tackle of E.K. Vincent, but Delaney Nash there on the stop to prevent any further progress, but it will move the chains.
And I love that running play right there. When you send the guard and you pull them out to the outside, the running back just gets right behind him. That was 66, Alden Bleeker on the pull. Good job with the block on the outside.
Run up the middle here for Anderson. We'll get about a yard or so as the tackle's there by E.K. Vincent. Let's introduce that Fort Worth defense on the line. Jeff Duffy, Jerry D. Gond, and Luther Gond. Linebackers, E.K. Vincent and Dexter Jackson. Corners, Tobias Gordon, Adam Leach, Aiden Davis. On your safeties, Ben Stone, the rookie Zion Waddles, and Delaney Nash. Blitz coming here. Wigmore gets it away, and it's broken up. Incomplete. Jackson wrapping up Murray just at the perfect time. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And in Fort Worth, you got to do everything you can here. So this is going to be a passing situation. I am a person that loves pressure. I like to send it as much as I want to. You don't want them to be settled in the pocket. Bring some pressure, even if the front 4 can do it. You want to throw Baltimore off balance.
They're going to set the receiver split 2 and 2 for 3rd and 9. Dime package for the Toros. Wigmore getting away from the pressure, stays up his feet, he's a statue and throws it and it's intercepted! Delaney Nash with the pick and bringing it back the other way to the 33-yard line.
And that's what we want to see. If you're not going to send pressure with extra blitzer, I love the defense end. They ruffled him a little bit. He broke the tackle, he broke the sack, but he didn't look down the field and recognize that it was double coverage. And that's the turnover that Fort Worth possibly needs to get back in this game right there. Big time play.
Very big time play. that would look like Benji Matson, the intended target, but just ended up throwing it in the double coverage, and now it's Fort Worth football, and they have an opportunity to score off the turnover. 1st and 10, 2 receivers left. They're going to try to run it, and Jet Zero going nowhere on that play. Alvin Mack with the tackle for loss.
So now it's time for Fort Worth. The defense did what they need to. They got to stop a big turnover here. Now it's time for the offense to get back up there. They scored 40-plus points last game. They can put points up quickly.
Quick step for Price. He'll check it down, and it will go back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Jeff Melanishin there on the stop. This defense for Baltimore doing very well so far. Let's introduce them very quickly. On the line, Robert Brady, Al Walker, Ralph Leopold, and Nate Brown. Linebackers are Frank Smith, Jeff Melanishin, and Alvin Mack. Corners, Ben Stackenpaper, Elijah Warfield, and Roy Towers. On safety, Young Vaught, the Hall of Famer Giovanni Bolt, and John Patrick Levine. 3rd down for Price, has time, throws it, gets it over to Stephen Hacker, who jukes through the defense. Down to the 20, and tackled down at the 10-yard line. They'll say it's just outside the 10, but it'll be a 1st down on a big play.
I'm telling you, Ethan, they can score in bunches. They can score quickly. Big play threats, that's what they have. When you have the connection that they have with their wide receivers, being in the league for 12, 13 years, they can do this with no problem. A good strike down the field, that's the big play we've been waiting for all game for Fort Worth.
He just absolutely just threw Young Vaught around and just had him spinning like a top a little bit, and just broke away to that 3rd level and gets him down just outside the 10. Price looking for the touchdown, and it's incomplete. Henry McGee, the intended target, but it was broken up beautifully. That was number 23, Kevin Garrett, one of the backup corners.
Good job, Kevin Garrett, because that was a one-on-one. You're on the island. They sent a lot of pressure. It was just man coverage in the backfield. There was no help behind you. Good job knocking it down. Sometimes you always can't get the interception, but knocking it down is just as good.
2 receivers left for 2nd down. They'll run 6. Price checks it down, gets it to McGee, right to the left side, and he'll be down at the 2. 3rd down and effectively goal coming up for Fort Worth.
And this is right here, you got to go with what you're confident with. If it's me, I'm running the football up the middle. I'm trying to see how tough the Baltimore interior defensive line is.
And they have stacked 9 in the box. Handoff up the middle. Aaron Alexander forces his way in. Touchdown, Fort Worth. Aaron Alexander, in effectively 9-on-1, pushes it in for the score.
And here's the thing with Alexander, didn't get any touches last game, but you know what? He's always ready for his number to get called, recognizing that he doesn't get that many opportunities, so he's going to run over everybody. He's going to show that maybe you do need to give me the ball on this goal line to get these touchdowns. Phenomenal run. Good job to respond after a turnover. Points off of turnovers is so big in this game. So now it's about what we're going to see with Baltimore, how they're going to respond after a turnover and then giving up a touchdown.
Yeah, the extra point up and through makes it 10-7 with 4:22 here to go in the 2nd quarter. This will be knelt down for the touchback. Got to give props to Stephen Hacker. 58-yard catch on that strike. That was the catch that put them in. I would call that a breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT, sports memorabilia breakers and collectors. You never know whose autographed helmet or jersey you might hit. You can check it out at breaksgpt.com. From the 20-yard line, Baltimore with 1st down. They'll hand it off to Murray, and a nice push up the middle to get a gain of 7.
All right, so now it's Baltimore's time. You saw what happened last drive, the interception. You want to have a short memory. You want to get back up there. You've been running the ball effectively. This is like a 4-minute drive to end the half. You want to not give them the ball back.
Yeah, you want to hold on and maintain that lead as the run for T-Roy Gaines. They're going to mark it for the first down. That's going to be a little bit close. I don't know if they might let that hold or not. See if they decide to do so. No, Luis Gonzalez is going to keep the challenge flag in his pocket and let it go. So it will be a first down, just enough to move it past the 30. Wigmore to throw. Down the middle will be completed to Ivory Irvin, who gets over to the 50-yard line. Nice 20-yard grab.
And what I like about Wigmore here is not being flustered after the turnover, after the interception. I think it was Johnny Kim with the interception, but came back out there and recognized, like, hey, I need to throw the football. I need to get some more yardage down the field, and not being afraid of it.
Yeah, keeping that confidence going and keeping himself in control of the passing situation. 1st and 10, just barely inside enemy territory. Quick pass here is completed to Mac Chima. They're going to say he's just short of the line to gain. They'll call it's 9.5.
And these are good chunk yardage right here. Now I'll go back to the running game, Ethan, just to kill some more clock.
That's exactly what they'll do here. Bit of a 2 tight end set from the eye. It looks like they will go for the run here. They'll hand it off to T-Roy Gaines, who just gets enough for the first. Got about 3 yards on that play before being tackled. It was number 79 of Fort Worth. That is Chester McLaughlin on the stop.
Really balanced with the running game with close to 80 yards so far in this first half right here. Looks like they're going to go back to the pass.
They will go for the pass. Nice little jumping grab for Benji Matson, who gets his first catch of the day. And that'll put them just inside the red zone.
First catch of the day for the 6'6", 266 tight end, second season all-star in the season 22 right there. Just always ready. Big target over the middle. I love the big tight ends with those post routes. They can shield off the defenders and come down with a catch.
Yeah, the 2-time all-star now in his 2nd season here in Baltimore, starting to make himself known as the starter. We go to the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Baltimore hoping to extend their lead. They lead it by 3. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Baltimore leading it now 10-7. As they're just outside the 20-yard line. Wigmore to throw on first down. Gets away from the pressure. Has it completed over to Jackson Roberts, the other tight end. Oh, excuse me, that's Murray who makes the catch on the check down. So it'll be 1st and goal for Baltimore.
Yeah, that was from the slot right there. I love the play route right there. It was a mismatch between the running back and the linebacker there. Just got right behind them. I love the versatility when you can get them out in the open, showing that they can catch the ball on top of running it. Good call.
Yeah, nice 15-yard grab. Makes it 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Heavy I formation here on this first play. Handoff onto the right side, and it's just crossing the plane. Touchdown, David Anderson.
That was just about who was going to be stronger there. That's a power run to the outside. You see number 35 with the block. You saw the tight end 81, Jack Roberts, on the outside too. They're just doing their job. They're just sealing that side and making sure the running back gets in for the touchdown right there. What a drive to end the half. And I believe they get the ball back at halftime.
They got the ball to start the first half, so it'll be Fort Worth getting the ball for the second. So the pressure's really on them as the extra point is up and through. Makes it 17-7 with 1:27 to go here in the second quarter.
And this is already a big difference for Baltimore. They scored a total of 17 points last time against Lexington. Now they got 17 in the first half, and that's just because good defense and a balanced offense.
Fort Worth decided to bring that one out, and that was Ben Stone doing the return duties there, and that brings it out to the 23-yard line. So it'll be up to Eric Price to narrow the deficit here with these last, let's say, about 83 seconds here in the first half. 1st and 10, one receiver. It's McGee. He's going to go in motion to the left side. They've got 2 tight ends and 2 backs. Play clock down to 4. They'll hand it off. And nothing doing there for Bacon as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It looks like they're just going to settle for going into half, which is fine. You don't want to try to force it and a turnover happens and then Baltimore can like try to score again. So, not bad.
Price will go for the throw. Tried to step up, but gets brought down for the sack by Robert Brady. That's going to spell disaster for this drive as it's now 3rd and long.
Do we dare, like, say Baltimore use a timeout and maybe you can get the ball back? You got a good kicker, got a good leg.
You got a good kicker, but you got a 10-point lead, and I wouldn't want to risk it. And I think Fort Worth might be conceding it here, but they might at least try to go for it, to try to go for the first down. 4 receivers set for Price, has a pocket, throws it up the middle. Oh, off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Stephen Hacker, the intended receiver, but Young Vaught just bashes it out of his hands.
Yeah, and that's just a perfect time hit right here. And it's kind of tough to like hold on to, especially when you got a safety just sprinting down to knock it out. Good job, Baltimore, punting it right now for Fort Worth.
Yeah, Rose will punt this away. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good kick and get them Baltimore on their own side of the field. Taken right about the 46. Ivory Irvin breaks away a little bit and we'll get to the 44 of Fort Worth. With 24 seconds left in the first half. We've made it to 2025, and that means the 2025 SFL Convention's right around the corner. Heading to Baltimore, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th to 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. 24 seconds left here in the first half. See if Baltimore may want to try to get a few more points here before they have to give the ball to Fort Worth. Irvin in motion to the right side. They'll set 3 receivers right, 1 left. Wigmore will throw, checks it down, completes it to Murray, who steps out of bounds. Stops the clock with 21 seconds on the 3-yard gain.
Look, Ethan, they have 3 timeouts. Shark Tarkington long last season was 49 yards, and they're almost close to that right there. So you have a kicker that has a leg here. I would take a shot over the middle. You can call a timeout. You can take the shots that you need to.
Could take the shot if you need it. Probably need to get a little bit closer, maybe inside the 35 to get into a long enough range. Holder in motion to the left. 2nd down and 7. Wigmore will throw up the middle. Nice jumping grab by Irvin, and they will call timeout. Looks like they are going to try to get into field goal range. They're now at the 30 for the first down.
I like the aggressiveness. You know that Fort Worth is probably trying to say, let's get to the half so we can like get some fuel back into us. And Baltimore's like, nope, you gave us this field position right here. You're clearly in the kicker's range right here. Another 5-6 yards, send them out.
It would be 47 from this distance as Wigmore will throw it. Gets it completed over to Irvin. They'll call for a first down. They'll call their call another timeout here with 10 seconds left.
And good job with the play clock right here by the coordinator, Dr. Thomas Finelli right here. The coach recognizing that you can get yardage. You have timeouts here. Another play. Just line it up towards the middle. Call another timeout.
10 seconds left. They're just inside the 20. There'll be a handoff from Murray. Tried to stutter step, and it'll end up being a loss of 1. And they will call timeout with 4 seconds left. This will probably be when they bring out Shark Tarkington, and they have. So this will come down to a 38-yard attempt on the right hash. And this will make it a 13-point lead. Still 2 scores, but it will force 2 touchdowns for Fort Worth if it goes through. Snap up, a little high, on its way, and good, with just a little under a second left in the half. And that'll make it 20-7 in favor of Baltimore.
Don't let nobody tell you how important special teams are right here, because this is one of the examples where you can have a kicker that has a great leg and is accurate, that can get points on the board before the half, is always good. It's pay the kickers, pay those special teamers. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, special teams. That's how we like to think of it. This will be punted deep into the end zone, and they'll kneel it down because the time will run out. Not much you can do there, as that will take us to the end of the first half. A good start for Baltimore as they have put themselves into a 13-point lead. They lead it 20-7. Here, as we go to the intermission, we'll take a look at the first half stats and some first half pictures. And let's take a look at what we've seen so far. And Baltimore's been doing very good offensively through the air.
Absolutely. It's been through the air, even with the one interception. Wigmore has just been doing it 75% completion, 161 yards passing, but they also been doing it on the ground, close to 100 yards as a team. Good job, just a perfect balance throughout.
You take a look at the first half player, and it's Delaney Nash, who's been really good on the defense. 1 pick and 11 tackles so far today. He has been the stalwart of this Fort Worth defense. We'll see if he can help his offense get a few more points on the board as we take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. Second half kickoff is knelt into the end zone for the touchback. So just like we ended the first half, we start the second half right at the 20.
All right, so Fort Worth have the ball, a little bit underperformed in that first half here. But like I talked about, Ethan, they can score in bunches. They can get the big plays, trying to get your receivers more involved.
They will have to probably get a little more of an aerial attack to get a little more aggressive. They're going to go for the handoff here on this first play as J.Z. Bacon will get about 4. I don't mind this. Fort Worth not fretting about the deficit right now. It's a 2-score game. Still plenty of football left to play. You don't have to pressure yourself too quickly.
Just you got to take it one drive at a time, and the biggest thing is coming out the half is having a complete drive to start with. It's going to make you feel good.
Handing it off to Jet Zero, has some blockers and gets to the second level for the first down, just enough to get about 8 yards on that play.
And great patience by the run right there. Good job by the offensive line, just holding the blocks. First down.
Yeah, it looks like Giovanni Bolt was there on the stop, preventing any more progress there from this two-headed monster of a running game for Fort Worth. 1st and 10, 2 receivers set. Price will fake the handoff. He went on the draw and hands it off to Bacon. Will actually go down for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, that's the stop that Baltimore wanted right there. Good job by that linebacker, just stuffing them before they can get anywhere. 2nd and 12.
Just outside the 30. Quick step here, and Price tried to throw it on the quick pass to McGee, and it falls incomplete.
Man, that was a little bit dangerous right there. That was on the outreach for McGee. Good job by Baltimore. 3rd and 12 here. You know they're going to pass the ball. They're going to be looking for Case Stevenson or Hacker here over the middle of that deep pass that they like to do.
Yeah, they got 3 set to the right. Might go for a flood here. Price to throw. Time in the pocket up the middle. Wow, what a jumping grab by Stephen Hacker, getting through the coverage and putting the ball in his possession for the first down.
That's a really tough play. So they went with the flood concept that you talked about. What they did was they crossed 2 receivers over, and Hacker, that was on the weak side by himself, dragged across. But the throw was almost behind him, but he went up at the highest point to take it down.
That's your nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put that Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K 23. Handoff up the middle here for Bacon as he gets right to the midfield stripe for a gain of 7.
And it's really nice to see balance right here. This third carry for the drive for Bacon right there, and it's just been good, solid yards. And then when they need to throw it, they have been throwing it. You see the patience in fourth ward.
2nd down and 3 right at the 50. They can hand it off to Jet Zero. Again, going at that left-right combo. Oh, and what a push. Excuse me. A pushing tackle from Elijah Warfield. Stops him just short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it felt like you felt that in your chest when you saw that hit right there. Big play by Baltimore, 3rd down coming up.
A little bit of a yeah. It's the handoff. And another stop up the middle by Alvin Mack. Not going anywhere on the run game. It'll be 4th and 1. And this is an interesting call. They're going to go for it.
I like it. You know that you can't give that momentum back to Baltimore. You can run the football here. They got a good line. I like the aggressiveness here. Let's see what type of push they get up front.
The SGO faithful getting a little louder here on this call. Handoff, left side. Oh, and a great evasion by Jet Zero, enough to get the first down. And he's hurt! He earned the first down, but he got himself injured in the process.
Look, let's hope that Jet Zero is okay. First year coming over, but you cannot be taking these big hits. That's a back-to-back big hit that we've been seeing that Baltimore is laying the wood down for. First down. Let's just hope he gets back in the game quick.
He did leave under his own power, so that's a good sign to see. Hopefully, he will be back into that game, back into the game soon. But it is enough for the first down. They're going to mark it at the 42-yard line of Baltimore. Split tight end set, split backs. Price to throw, quick pass, incomplete. Garrett Jr. there, the intended receiver.
And even let's go back to that 4th down right there. That was a really great design play. You got to be patient on that type of run because you're running across the line, and you need to see what the defense is going to do. And Jet Zero did just enough to get that first down. I love that play on 4th down.
Yeah, that was a great aggressive call, and they did a great job converting it. 2nd and 10, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Cade Stevens in motion over to the left side, being pursued by Roy Towers. Price will roll to his right, needs to get away, but cannot. He just stood there as Alvin Mack brings him down for the loss. We'll make up 3rd and 15 now.
And we've been calling Alvin Mack's game all day right there. Sack, tackles, laying the big hits. He's just doing a absolutely phenomenal job manning that line back and forth for Baltimore.
3rd and long from the 46-yard line. So far, Fort Worth 5 for 9 on 3rd down. Let's see if they can get 60%. Price with time. Gonna throw it. Penalty marker down and is incomplete. Let's see what the penalty is. Oh, it's an ineligible downfield. All right, but they will decline the penalty. It'll be 4th down from the 46. Oh, but that's a tough break there for Fort Worth.
Yeah, I think what it was number 69, like pancake the defender up the field, and you just got to be careful with that.
Yeah, that was Duke LaRue, the rookie tackle, who was called there on the penalty. So Emilio Rose will kick this away. Going for the coffin kick. This will be received at the 12. And Ivory Irvin trying to run outside. He gets a few yards on the return to set up shop at the 16-yard line. So, quick question for everybody in the chat. How many likes do we have on this video so far? Well, doesn't matter what you say. It's not enough. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. And that is going to be exciting. January 16th is SFLM Season 10. That's going to be a lot of fun. Run here for Murray is going to go for a gain of 5 on the outside run.
All right, Baltimore has a 2-score lead. They have the ball. Now it's just about, just the run game. You can run the ball here. You was effective in the first half. Slow things down.
That's really all they got to do. Just got to milk this clock for all it's worth as Anderson will run down for the first down. Gets about 6 on that play. That's been his consistency. He's getting about 3 to 4 yards every carry.
And that's all you really need, 3 to 4 yards to get you to a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 situation every time, and that's really favorable for offenses.
And a little run for T-Roy Gaines will get about 1 as the tackle is made by Dexter Jackson. Nice little stop there in that middle gap.
All right, let's see if something Fort Worth can dial us something here. They had an interception in the first half. Let's see what they can do. In Baltimore, I would be cautious about throwing the ball here. Just find your open target. Just be careful with that zone coverage.
And they will go for the run for Murray, but nice little sealing of the gap by E.K. Vinson, preventing any major gain for Murray. So it'll set up 3rd down and 5.
Big play here. 4-4, you want to get the ball back. You know, you're going to try to see if you can bait them into a pass that you can like intercept the ball in.
See how they do it here. Holder's going to go in motion to the left side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wigmore to throw. Oh, excuse me. That is Johnny Kim doing the throw. Here he goes for the deep ball, and it's incomplete. Nice little coverage on that play by Adam Leach. Just smothering Mac Chima on that throw.
Overall, that was a great coverage by 4-4. Like the first 2 options were underneath routes, and the linebackers were covering it. And then they went with the deep one, and it was a great coverage.
So that'll bring out Matty Coffins to punt this away. The first punt of the ball game for Baltimore here. It starts here in the middle of the 3rd quarter as the return is brought up to the 32-yard line. So a good defensive stop from Fort Worth. Prevented any further points from coming into play for Baltimore. And now they'll have another chance to try to move downfield.
Now is their turn to put some points on the board. Their offense has just been just stagnant. They'll get like a couple first downs and then they'll just like collapse here. They're trying to put a complete drive together in the second half.
They'll go for that handoff, and that's Aaron Alexander, the fullback, trying to go for a run as Jeff Melanishin was there on the stop. It'll be no gain.
And it's going to be tough trying to run the ball off the middle. The linebackers for Baltimore have been doing a good job filling in the gaps and getting to the runners.
2nd and 10, tight end set to the right. Excuse me, Garrett will go in motion to the left side now. 2 receivers, 2 backs. Price will hand it off, and Alexander again trying to get to that 2nd level, but wrapped up by Frank Smith before he could really turn on the Jets. And it'll be a 6-yard gain to set up 3rd and 4.
All right, I'm looking for Hacker over the middle. Try to get that first down, which you're confident in. I know they do like to run the ball with Jet Zero. We got to see where he is when it comes to his injury.
Hopefully he'll be back in the game. Oh, and another big tackle for Alvin Mack. Sack number 2 for him on the day.
And there was nothing special about that call. That is just a blitz right up the middle, and they just sent more than what the offensive line was able to protect. That's when you got to put a running back there. Big sack by Mack, 2nd one of the game.
Yeah, that's all he had to do. He just split right through those linemen and just had he just had a quarterback buffet right there. As the punt is away, taken at the 25. Ivory Irvin trying to run outside and get some extra yards and gets about 16 on the return. He brings the ball up to the Baltimore 36-yard line.
But the reason why the blitz was so effective there, because it was a delayed blitz. What Mac did was watch what the defensive line did for the offensive line and then just shot the gap for a sack.
Yeah, he saw the protection, saw he had himself a free breakfast and just decided to go right for it. So Baltimore football on their own 36-yard line. They're going to go empty backfield, 4 receivers. Wigmore, quick step, throws it, and it's incomplete. Might have been a little bit of a touch there from Dexter Jackson. We have a game update from Florida. Let's go to Cam.
Thank you, Ethan. Low-scoring first half between Sin City and Florida, but Art Vandelay returns the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter all the way back for a touchdown. Florida now leads the Samurai 7-3. Back to you in Baltimore.
Fun little low-scoring affair there in Fort Lauderdale as the pass here is incomplete. And that was intended for Ivory Irvin, so now it'll be 3rd down and 10. 2 consecutive incompletions now. So try to set up a good 3rd down conversion here. 2:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll set 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dime package here for Fort Worth. They see what's coming. Wigmore rolls to his left. Got coverage, and it's completed over to Mac Chima into enemy territory to the 45-yard line.
That's very, very frustrating if you're the defense here. You got two stops, and then you just give up a 1st down there. It was a great throw. It just, you want to try to stop them here. Now they get a 1st down. The clock keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps running down now as we're entering about 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Wigmore going to roll a little bit. Gets a little check down to Ivory Irvin. Gets enough for the 1st down. They got about 13 on that catch.
And after a 1st down throw on 3rd down, they go back there, go back to the air to get another one. I like it. Stay aggressive.
Staying very aggressive as Irvin's now 81 yards on 6 receptions. He is currently he's currently the receiving leader here today for Baltimore. 1st and 10, 3 receivers set. A little bit of an off back. Watch the blitz. They're going to rush 5 as the run up the middle will get about 3 yards for T-Roy Gaines, and the tackle on that play by Vincent.
And Ethan, what we're seeing on this drive for Baltimore is probably something that nobody expects. You would think with a lead, they'll just run and shoot the clock. But no, they've been very aggressive with throwing the ball and catching 4-4 off guard. Looks like they're back in their running formation right now.
They're going to split the receivers as Irvin goes in motion to the left side. Looks like he's being pursued by Adam Leach. And they will go for the handoff. Murray up the middle. Gets a couple more yards to boot, as the tackle was there by Tobias Gordon. Now it'll be 3rd and 5.
So last 1st down they rode out to the left to Wigmore's strong side and threw a absolute dot. Let's see, is it going to set up there? Looks like it's going to be a flood concept. Watch that receiver down at the bottom going across the middle.
Wigmore's going to roll to his right. He's got time. Going to throw it up the middle. Will be completed for the 1st down by Benji Matson as they get themselves into the red zone, and another big scoring opportunity for the Vultures.
There's the flood route concept. They had somebody do a deep post, shallow cross, and then a very drag route across the middle. It's really tough to defend it because you don't see it until it crosses your face, and by that time it's too late. Good 1st down by Baltimore.
Just at the 15-yard line in the Fort Worth red zone. 3 receivers set. Chima's going to go in motion to the left. Offset eye versus the nickel. It's 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd. They'll hand it off. Murray tried to get around a defender, wrapped up for a loss of 1 by E.K. Vincent.
It's going to be interesting 4th quarter coming up here. 4-4's trying to calm everything down, try to see if they can get a turnover here.
That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd. Let's see some 4s in the chat, folks, as Baltimore leads it 20-7. You're watching the SFL here on VFN. Welcome back to Sports Gamers Online Stadium here in Baltimore. Check out sportsgamersonline.com or check them out on YouTube and see why millions visit their website and YouTube channel. It's the start of the 4th quarter here in Baltimore. 5 receivers for Wigmore. He's going to throw it over to the end zone, and he just gets it. Touchdown, Benji Matson.
What a throw. That is you're confident that Benji Masson's going to go up and get it with the big frame, throw it to the tight end. You say that. Throw it to the tight end, and that's exactly what they did right there. Looks like he just broke the plane as well. Just a nice little post route right in front of it. If I'm 4-4, maybe I throw the challenge flag, make sure it got across. Doesn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt, but I think they got enough evidence to show he crossed the plane when he caught the football, so that score is going to stand. A 16-yard touchdown pass caps off a 9-play, 64-yard drive. It's now 27-7. Baltimore on top. And you got to think the Vultures are feeling pretty good right now after that close loss last week.
Look, regardless of how great your defense is, it's just hard to defend somebody who's 6'6", 266, two-time All-Star. Only, like, it's just recognizing like the talent that you have there on that offense. That's just a tough play to defend.
Kickoff will be put deep into the end zone for the touchback. Here on the Simulation Football League on VFN, this is the official network of the SFL, SFLM, and UFL, with so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where the best virtual football lives. And we've got a lot of fun coming up next week. SFLM Season 10 will kick off, as a run here up the middle will be good for about 5 yards. January 16th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll see the San Jose Flight go to Philadelphia to take on the Cougars. But the game before that will be the game for the two new coming franchises, 6 p.m. Eastern, the Boston Rebels and the New York Gargoyles. That's going to be fun to see those two new franchises in the SFLM making their debuts. 2nd and 5, run to the left side for Jay-Z Bacon. We'll get about 3. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short now for Fort Worth.
Now, Ethan, as we enter the 4th quarter here, Fort Worth needs to change how they do their offense. You cannot sit back anymore. Now you need to start taking some calculated shots down the middle. You need to try to get some yardage and get some stops.
Yeah, you're down 3 scores. You got to start getting a little more aggressive. Pump fake for Price, but it's too little too late, as Ralph Leopold was not fooled by it and brings him down. That is sack number 4 on the day for the Baltimore defense.
And it's tough. I'm gonna say this all season. If you have a quarterback that's pump faking in the pocket, that is danger for the offense, because you're asking for your line to block for 4 to 5 seconds when the average time for an offensive line to block is about 2.5, 3 seconds there. Coverage sack, that's exactly what you want to call it. Big play by Baltimore's defense.
Punt will be taken at the 34-yard line. Nice little coverage there on the return by the Fort Worth special teams, as Irvin can't get any further. He'll be brought down to the 41-yard line.
Now, like, the opposite of the offense that you want to see in Baltimore is now you just want to run, get up slowly, and chew some clock.
Yeah, that's all they got to do. They got a 3-score lead. They got 8.5 minutes to kill, and that's what they've got to do. Just got to keep grinding that clock down into a fine paste, if you will. 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 41. They got 3 receivers set. They're going to go for the handoff to Gaines. Pushing the defender with him. That was Dexter Jackson going along for the ride, as Gaines will go down for a gain of 6.
And Gaines did it right. Got up slow, wait for his offensive line to go pick him up. Nice little 6-yard fell forward. That's exactly what you want to see there, because it's going to chew clock. You're tiring out the defense.
That's all they got to do. Another handoff. This is going to go to number 45 for Baltimore. That is the secondary fullback, Joey Goodspeed, doing a run. And that'll set up 3rd down and 1. And I think they're just going to do the same thing here. They're just going to run it up the gut.
Yeah, and this is what you work on in practice. You work on pushing the sled when you're tired, because you know what? This is what you need in the 4th quarter here to tire out the defense. Just some good pushes up front.
And they decided to go outside this time with Warren Murray, and it's enough to move the chains for the 1st down. Keeps the clock running.
Yep, and perfect. Like, you see it. You do the extra leg work. You don't skip leg day, folks. And this is exactly right here, because this offensive line is just keep on churning, to keep it on pushing right there. And they are pushing back the defensive line for Fort Worth.
Yeah, they're just inside enemy territory here. 1st and 10 at the 47 of Fort Worth. Matson in motion to the left side. They got 3 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. They're going to try to milk that for all it's worth, as the run for Anderson will get about 2.
Now, this is like, the Toros know, like, you have to start selling out here. Maybe send some more pressure between your linebackers to fill the gaps, because you're seeing what Baltimore wants to do right now.
Yeah, they're just going to try to chew the clock as best they can here. 2nd down and 8. And that is going to be Chima in motion to the left. No movement there from the defense, as the run is going to be stopped by Dexter Jackson. Only a couple yards on that rush. It'll be 3rd and 6 now.
Look, this game is not over with, but it's going to start by this third down and forcing Baltimore to punt. If you're the Toros right here, I think Baltimore wants to pass it. They want to try to put the dagger in there. They want to get a first down here.
Man in motion, that's Holder. He's going right side. Wigmore will go for the pass. Pass time. Throws it up, and it's incomplete. Overthrew his target there. That was Matson, the intended receiver. And it looks like they will be a little bit outside of field goal range, so they will kick this away on the punt for Matty Coffins.
The good job out of Toros right there. Just incomplete pass. You can get the ball back there just a little bit out of field goal range. That's all you can ask for on defense.
Best you can do is prevent the offense from scoring any sort of points, as this kick will be bouncing into the end zone. Just enough for the touchback. Oh, they let that one go, and that was the right call to make because it made a very generous Fort Worth bounce.
Yeah, that was almost close.
Yeah, little scary there. That could have potentially gone out of bounds just inside the 1, but just into the end zone. They'll put it at the 20. 5:50 to go. Fort Worth trailing by 20. 3-score game. They got to really get downfield quickly. We'll go for the handoff to Bacon. Shakes a tackle. Oh, he almost got to the second level, but Elijah Warfield said, "No, you may not, sir," and ends up going just for a gain of 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit too late about running the ball, but that's a good start on first down.
Now 2nd and 5 from the 25. 2 receivers and an offset eye. Price will hand it off to the fullback. Nothing doing on that run. So it'll be 3rd and 4 on the 1-yard gain.
You're getting close to the point where maybe you're in 4-down territory here, but let's just see. You focus on 1 down at a time. Let's see if you can get this first down.
Yeah, that was Aaron Alexander on the 1-yard run. They got 2 receivers right for 3rd and 4. Price will throw. Blitz coming. Gets it away in time, and it's deflected. Incomplete. Elijah Warfield got his hands on the ball. Almost had himself a tip drill pick, but it will fall down to the turf, and it'll be 4th down.
And what caused that was the pressure that Baltimore sent up front. They sent a lot of pressure here. It looked like they're going for it.
Can't say I blame them here. They're down 3 scores. They got to do something here. 4th and 4. 4 receivers. Pass. Quick is complete. Robert Garrett Jr. with his first catch of the day, and it's a 4th down conversion. They're going to go no huddle here. Price, quick pass. Another quick catch completes it, up for a gain of 8, and that was Henry McGee with the reception. Oh, but we have a challenge here. Fort Worth says, I think they got the first down. So this will stop the clock as we will take a retroactive look at this play by Retroid. Get your console and play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com.
Yeah, let's take a look at it again. They feel like they got the first down here. It's where the knee is between the ball. It looks short to me.
Well, see, it's the spot of, they're challenging the spot of the ball, and I think they might have gotten a little bit further upfield. I think that's what they're challenging. Yeah, so it's still 2nd down, but the benefit is that they won the challenge. They don't lose the timeout. The clock stops with 4:39, and instead of 2nd and 2, it's 2nd and 1. That's next level high IQ play there on that challenge.
Kudos to them, because I never would have done it, but hey, that's why we're up here and they're down there at the field.
Price will roll to his right for 2nd down. Short pass is incomplete. That one is intended for Alexander. It'll be 3rd and 1.
I like the fight by the Turtles right here. Baltimore is just not giving them anything deep. They got to play underneath, and that's playing in Baltimore's hand.
Yeah, a really interesting thing to think about from that challenge. They effectively got a 4th timeout from that call. So that was really, really smart. Price to throw, and it's broken up by Warfield. Incomplete as Stephen Hacker, the intended target.
And then you get a 4th timeout, then you got the 2-minute warning. You have a lot of time. Well, you don't have a lot of time, but you have timeouts here. You can take shots and see what you need.
So they'll go for it on 4th down again. The SGO faithful trying to rally Baltimore to force the turnover. Price will roll. Quick pass. Completes it to Hacker, who will get the first down. Just moves up to about the 45-yard line. They'll go no huddle here. No quick set. Price with the pass. Checks it down. Gets a couple more yards. As they go back to a no huddle. That was Alexander on the reception.
Now it's time to start looking down the field.
Goes a little bit down the field to Hacker, who gets another 4 yards. I don't know about this formation for the no huddle. I think that might be where the problem is.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Price will throw. Intercepted by Warfield. And it goes from no huddle to oh no, as Baltimore gets the ball back in their own territory.
That's what we were fearing right there. Too many times showing the same formation, the same play. Right there was just an errant throw and an interception that could seal the game. There's still time left, but Baltimore has just been having smothering defense all day today.
Yeah, it's been an amazing defensive stand for Baltimore. 4 sacks. They had the interception for Warfield. That's the first defensive turnover that they've had this game. As Murray will run it outside and get about a couple of yards on the play. Tobias Gordon there on the stop.
The fact is, Baltimore, after last week's performance, really has been very impressive here, recognizing, like we said earlier in the game, Ethan, that they had an early loss in the season, which this is not normal for them. They came and bounced back today on a very impressive performance.
Yeah, they've done very well today after that divisional loss. It's great to see Baltimore do so well. You know, occasionally they'll have the stumbles as most teams do. As the handoff here for good speed, we'll get a couple of yards as Nash is there on the tackle. But that's the thing, like, that we've never really seen Baltimore, you know, start the season with a loss. It's only happened 4 other times in the Baltimore Vultures' existence. They had it in season 11, season 15, season 21 and 22. Those are the only other times where they started the season. They had an opening game with a loss, and then this one this season would make number 5. 3rd and 7 for Baltimore, trying to just drain this clock now with 2:30 to go. Handoff for Murray, and he's got room to run for the first down. He'll get down to the 38-yard line. And that will pretty much seal the deal for the Vultures. All they got to do is just run down the clock.
Yeah, and they started the game with running the ball effectively, and you see they're ending it with it. This is what we expected out of Baltimore. I think they were upset with themselves losing in the the first game of the season. They know that's not how they play, and they came out and they're showing everybody that, hey, look, we're still going to be in this all season. This is just the start.
Absolutely. As we reach the 2-minute warning, Baltimore up 27-7. Looking to get win number 1 here in season 24. Two minutes to go here in Baltimore. Ethan Muslin, Anthony Ellison have been here on the call for you today. Damon Simeon and Dakota Butts doing the stats, giving us all of the necessary numbers as a timeout is called by Fort Worth on that 1-yard run.
And this has just been a phenomenal game. I really love how Baltimore has bounced back right here. Good job running the football.
Yeah, great running game here from Baltimore. They've had about 117 yards of rushing on 32 total carries for the overall ground attack. This will be run number 33 as Murray gets a couple more yards. That's the second timeout from Fort Worth. They're just going to try to hold on to as much time as they can. There's now 1:51 left to go.
And the thing is, I'm not a big fan of early bye weeks, but this is going to be good for the Toros to have a bye week next week, to go back, to go do some extra filming, extra practicing, to get ready for their week 4 challenge against Carolina.
They're going to try to stack the box here as Murray runs outside. He'll get the first down to the 25-yard line. Final timeout called by Fort Worth. And that will just about do it. Minute 45 left on the clock, but Baltimore will still have to run a few plays, but they will go into victory formation here.
Yep, and that's the thing you always want to do at the end of the game. That's when you know you just seal the deal here. Good performance all around by Baltimore.
First kneel down there as we'll start the clock running down. It'll be just a little over a minute to go on the next play. So yeah, as we talked about, the bye week coming up for Fort Worth. They're going to have that next week. Their next couple of games coming up, they'll be at home against Carolina, at home against Mexico City, and then they'll go on the road against Houston. For Baltimore, for their first win, they'll finally get off the schneid, and their next matchup next week, they'll be at home here against Minnesota. Then they'll have a little quick road trip. They'll take on Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, and then they'll go to the city to take on the Chicago Warriors. There's the second kneel down. And then bring up 3rd and 13. It was just a little under 55 seconds to go. So once it gets under 40, then they can just kneel it out, and everybody will be able to go home.
Yeah,
but
and this is...
Go ahead, man.
No, yeah, well, Baltimore, this is the thick part of their schedule, and then it gets a little bit lighter with the bye weeks coming in here. So to get these wins early and often is going to be very important, especially against your division.
Absolutely. One final kneel down will end this game as they let the clock go down to 2. There's the final kneel down as they will officially go to 1-1. Fort Worth also will go to 1-1. Week 2 will continue tomorrow, headlined by a pair of playoff teams doing battle at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's the Atlanta Swarm traveling to face the Minnesota Legend. Other games throughout the day include Lexington, Oklahoma City, Vancouver, Charleston, and Queen City, Los Angeles. It's another doubleheader SFL Sunday right here on the Virtual Football Network. That's the zeros on the clock. First win of the season for Baltimore as they take down Fort Worth 27-7. Fantastic statement win by the Vultures after that close loss last week. That really shows that they have not lost a step.
And they have not here, and they did it by the leadership of Jack Wigmore, recognizing that this was a dual quarterback thing, but it looks like they just went with the hot hand. Over close to 70% completion rating, 111 quarterback rating. That's all you can ask for. Good job on the ground running the football by Murray, 80 yards by Murray. Anderson throws in a touchdown. Just a balance, but it's their defense. When you can get 4 sacks and an interception right there, they just put pressure on the Toros all game today.
They really did. Great defensive job by Alvin Mack. Got a couple of sacks, a couple tackles for losses. But yeah, player of the game's got to be Jack Wigmore, 16-23 for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick on that 111 QBR. That'll do it for us here in Baltimore. Once again, the final score, Vultures 27, Toros 7. For my partner, Anthony Ellison, our statisticians, Dakota Butts and Damon Simeon, my producer extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. More SFL action coming up later today. You ain't going to want to miss it. We'll see you then.